Hi, everybody. I'm FBG Dan Cronin. Is it too early to talk about the Breeders' Cup Classic? I don't think it is. I mean, we've got an unbelievable, and I mean unbelievable field. If these horses all run, it could go down as the best Breeders' Cup Classic ever. First, you got Sovereignty, right? He's going to be the favorite. Deserves to be the favorite. Of course, this screen don't want to work on Breeders' Cup. Sometimes these screens work, sometimes they don't. You got Sovereignty. I'd say he's going to be somewhere in that 5-2 area if the field stays intact. He's the clear horse to beat, and I think what makes him different than some of the other ones is he has become tractable. He has become tactical, whatever words you want to use. He can be right behind the speed, or he can be further back if they go too fast. He is not a one-run horse. He's not. I think he's proved that throughout the summer, that he can be right behind them. Where some of the other ones have to come from way back. And one thing that's never happened in Sovereignty's career is he's never been passed. So if he gets the jump on him in California with a bigger field, he might not, but if he does, how's anybody going to get past him? I don't think they will. So the way to beat him is you got to make the first run. You have to make the first move. If you think you're on a one-run horse like Forever Young or Sierra Leone or Journalism or Baeza or Highland Falls, any of those horses, and they're all really good horses, the rider is going to become so important because he can't let Junior and Sovereignty make the first move. He can't. He will not run by him. Fierceness. Fierceness, the question with him is we know he loves the West Coast. We know that. Delmar's no problem. We know that. So what's the problem then? Is the pace going to be too fast? Well, is Nisos going to run? Is Mindframe going to run? Is Full Soriano going to run? We don't know that yet. So he's kind of in that category of, I'm not sure yet. I know if all these speed horses scratch or go in other races, Fierceness becomes extremely dangerous because his best race can be comparable on figures, at least, to Sovereignty's best race. Sierra Leone. What are we going to do with Sierra Leone? Well, one thing is going to be rider. I mean, is Pratt going to ride again if there's a full field? Does he go elsewhere? Sierra Leone is very compromised if he doesn't get the pace set up. Obviously, the last start he was going to win that race if he didn't have to jump over the top of the fallen rider, which I'm glad he did. I think we're all glad he did. Sierra Leone has a devastating kick. He tends to lug in, lug out. He's lost photos. But he's been in that fight that Sovereignty has never been in. Sovereignty was given one, right? Down in Florida when he ran second. Complete give. Anybody who watches that could see that a mile away. Complete give to get him ready for the Derby. So you can forgive that. Other than that, he's run past everybody that he's ever run near, and he's never had to fight to the wire. So how will he react if he gets headed in the lane and every stride there's somebody right with him? We don't know that. Sierra Leone, he's going to fight you. Mind frame, another one that I don't think wants to fight. I think he wants everything his own way. And, in his best day, can he run with some of these? Probably, but we don't know that. The price will be right. I mean, he might be double digits. Could he win? I mean, he's got a chance. He's got a chance. I mean, the track in California, I think, is better for him than if he was at Churchill. It's not as good as if we were at Keeneland. I think as every Breeders' Cup Classic winner seems to go wire to wire at Keeneland. Again, it depends. Is Fierceness going to run? Is Mind Frame going to run? Is Nisos going to run? I don't think Nisos will run, but that's just me. Now we get to Journalism, who is a really nice horse in his own right. The question there is rider. I think that's a fair question. Not knocking him. It's just a fair question. When you're in the NBA All-Star game and you got a good player and he's playing against Hall of Famers, it's a fair question. It's not knocking anybody. But is he going to be able to get the perfect trip to be able to beat that monster that he hasn't been able to beat yet, Sovereignty? He's going to get the pace set up. He's tried to get the jump on Sovereignty both times, and it hasn't worked. Sovereignty's running down. I think it's a fair question that if the horse even wants a mile and a quarter, I'm not so sure he does. Now we get to Forever Young. Well, I mean, he's proven all around the world that he's a really good horse, but he's never seen the likes of Sovereignty. I think Fierceness is a problem too. I think Sierra Leone's a problem, as it was last year. But again, the price will be right. The Japanese money will come in. So you probably won't get as high as you think you're going to get. Maybe in that 8-1 area. So now we get to Antiquarium. I mean, he was kind of gifted his last start. He's a nice horse. On a bad year in the Breeders' Cup Classic, he could probably compete. Do I think he can compete with the top ones in here? No. I think he does want a mile and a quarter, and he's the kind of horse that if you're betting tries and supers at 20, 25-1, I couldn't knock you. Now we get to Baeza. What the heck do you do at Baeza? Well, he's another one that I think has to try to get the jump on Sovereignty. If the rider is too patient and sits towards the back and goes like you would normally go, I'm not so sure he can win. If he makes the move that he made at Parks, look out. Because at Parks, he moved early. We all saw it. When he started to move, I even said, oh, is he going too soon? But he said, the heck with it. I got a clear trip on the outside. I got the best horse. I'm gone. And he was gone. And he made the lead very early at the head of the lane, and nobody got near him. Now, of course, the Freak wasn't in that race. So it's a whole different ball game. And he tried Sovereignty at Saratoga, and he ran a great race. But again, unless Junior gets Sovereignty in trouble, Baeza, Journalism, Sierra Leone, they got to try to get the jump on this monster, or they're not going to beat him. I mean, how did Teepin get beat in the Breeders' Cup? Well, I could tell you, go watch the race. The other one got the jump on her. And meanwhile, Le Peru was poo-pooing around on the turn, getting a bad trip, and the other one got the jump, and she couldn't run her down. 9 times out of 10, she runs her down. And that's how Teepin got beat. So we've seen it many times where somebody gets the jump and the other one just can't run them down. Blame Zenyatta. Same thing. Garrett Gomez moved early. He got the split. He got in front of Zenyatta and got so far ahead of her, she couldn't get him. So that's the only way I think Sovereignty can get beat is if somebody gets the jump. And with his tractable tactical speed, I don't know. Highland Falls, long shot chance to hit the board. Banishing, I think they're nuts if they run in the classic. I'd run in the mile. Surface to air, no. Phileas Fogg, no. Full Serrano could add pace and a lot of it if he runs. We'll find out very soon. But there's certain speed horses on the fence here on whether they're going to run in the Breeders' Cup Classic. And frankly, that changes everything. So as we start to gather who's going to run and who's not, I mean, anybody that watches horse racing's got to know that Sovereignty's the horse to beat. I'm not telling you anything. But fierceness, it all depends on who else enters. Because if he gets one of these paceless races like American Pharaoh got at Keeneland when Beholder scratched, sometimes the closers just don't have a chance if he's 5 in front of them. You know, that would change the whole ball game. But if Mindframe runs and Full Serrano runs and Nisos runs and Baffert enters another one or two, you know, maybe goal oriented or somebody, then things change. But that is that for now.